Oh, welcome to a new episode of Factorio. This time, episode 21. Although they are now at this position, they're completely different. They are now the refinery, so they take a full belt of coal, and they will produce oil with that. So they create a little bit more oil than goes in there. So we need 25 oil, heavy oil, and it creates 35 heavy oil. So that's beneficial. But it also creates a little bit light, 15 light. So it creates 10 heavy, 15 light, and 20 petroleum, which is nice and just needs steams. That's coal and steam itself. So there's no problem here. These boilers are empty as really. Then we have the light oil cracking, because we have tons of light oil that was full, but it's going down right now. That's nice. And then we have heavy and light, and heavy is heavy and crude. Heavy is as low because we have a backup tank right here now that's going to go to around 20,000. So this one is just backing up because of the pump. This one, the highest one, is purely putting out into here. So this one cannot stop itself, apparently. Well, it shouldn't be able to. On this pump is trying to put more in here, meaning that this should stay up in theory, although it's going down now. Not sure what's that problem. Probably because this one is working too hard or something. What we might do, if we just get one more pump, we can just change that around a little bit. So what I want to do then is go here, dump a lot of this stuff in here. We don't have too much of the inventory full of that stuff, and I want to pump out of there. Alright, and I have a lot of miners made by hand, so we're gonna put them in here. So I keep on doing that because this is producing 1 for 1, but this is not getting the amount of iron it needs to keep it going. So I need to do it by hand sometimes a little bit, but it's fine. We can start doing research. We have this one finally. Oh, it's gonna be a pain to launch a rocket, you know. But we need to do a little bit of research for that, so I want to set up the science center for that stuff. What I first want to do, there's a little bit of copper here we can steal. It's fine. Is connect this oil tank up to the reservoirs here, right? We should use bigger poles because then it's way easier. So big pole. Can we make it close somewhere? I think this is the best. Or rather, put it right there. But oh yeah, possible, because this is not interfering. So we take that out, and I want it as close as possible to the pump jacks here. See, so here would be possible. But where's heavy oil? Heavy oil is there. Something like that. Then we connect this one up to this one, up to that one, so we get the amount of oil that's in that stuff thing. Might also want to connect the lubricant later on, but now I only want to connect the heavy oil. Connect you to you and say to you, you may only work if heavy oil is above 10,000 or above 20,000. Let's keep it that way. So we have a nice 20,000 buffer. So this is not using lubricant, heavy oil, meaning there should be more heavy oil being pumped into here, because this seems to go down, and that's not what we wanted to do. So let's see. This one should produce heavy oil, and that heavy oil should go somewhere, right? Should go in here, because we're not pumping it in here. This one is pumping empty, I guess. Oh, it looks sometimes going up because production of these things and just putting in directly. But it should go up. Then we have the heavy oil also going into lubricant, but we're not using lubricant that much. At least not really. And lubricant is full, so that shouldn't be a big factor. Let's see how the mining drills are doing. The mining, oh, it got all the way through that. It's nice. And the mining drills are running again because of sulfuric acid. You get 6 more of those. So we now have 14, which is nice. So we're getting them slowly and slowly, but slowly and steadily we're getting them. So that's something to good. But what I want to do today, or at least start working on, so we're getting batteries. So we should be able to put batteries on the belt. And what I was thinking about, we were inputting stone somewhere in the belt, like here. So what I was thinking, if you just remove this part of the belt and put this one right here, so we just have stone, or have stone on one side of the belt at least. Let's try that and just let it keep on going. Meanwhile, do I have stone in my inventory? Let's get rid of that. Green and red circuits, green circuits here, red circuits there. We have so much junk that I want to get rid of. Iron plates, more iron plates, some steel. Steel anywhere? Does anything need steel? You need steel. Alright, so we're slowly getting rid of the junk in our inventory, which is nice. As you can see, iron or ores is backing up, and this one is always full. Because it's being backed up by this system, and this system is being backed up by this full line that's just producing way more than it could handle, which is nice. We're gonna get rid of the filter inserter. We're gonna get rid of this pipes. Why not? We'll put it in here. A few more miners is always handy to have. Some coal is just irritating me, so that's something. My inventory looks good again. So we need a lot of belts, we have those. We need a lot of inserters, we have those too. No inserters, maybe long hand inserters. We need gears and iron for that. Get a little bit of that, a little bit of gears. Let's see if we can make 50 of them. So 50 of them. Oh, we don't need them because we already have those. We already have a lot of long hand inserters. We need assemblers. Are we creating them anywhere? I thought we... Ooh, I resetted this one. You should create pipes. Just keep on going, please. Just keep making pipes. I thought we were creating assemblers somewhere. Somewhere here. But I'm not sure about it. Oh, like there. Hello, 50. So that should be it to create things. Maybe a little bit of more power poles, but this one is empty. Good. I want to get rid of this iron patch for a little bit. And let's connect you up there. Because if this patch is gone, we can just build on top of it quite easily, and that would be nice. Now I want to build right here somewhere. So what I'm gonna do is get some landfills. We have them downstairs, quite a way down. We have some nice landfills, and we can use those landfills because the machine is crafting landfills. Well, it's trying to back up this stuff, and when this is backed up, then it will create some landfills. And landfills, well, it takes some time to create them apparently. 200. Yeah, it will be fine. I hope so. 200 should be something, should be a considerable number to create a lens with, I hope. Let's see. Something like that, and then one more higher, because otherwise it looks stupid. Oh, like that's a decent amount of space. Alright, so let's get started. It should always be that far out of the sides, and here is the belt ending, so that's just the lowest one I want, and then we create it there. So for things we need batteries. Oh yeah, we can hook up batteries, that's no problem. What we can now do, if you hook up this line, and I hope the line works, it should be that line. It's just empty and doing nothing. So we have a battery output here. So if we hook that up and make it make a mess out of our base, that's for sure. But who doesn't like a mess? like this. So there's a mess here because, you know, things from A to B, you just connect them, but it's well fine. What we also need is a belt with iron and copper. We do have iron and copper right here, so what we could do is just play plain cheaty and just connect it to there. Then we want it right here, so if you make an underground belt that goes this way, that will be fine. So we connect this one up. Oh, that one that way. Let's get some batteries, by the way, because with batteries we can make these things later on. Yeah, I don't need batteries. And I don't want to lose that, and the inventory is junk again. We're so nice and organized. Right, so we can have some iron on one side, copper on the other side, and going down the belt. Cheaty thing to do, but as it would work, because we do getting both items and going here. Try to put these in here and some of these. Please keep on going. Well, I can remove this one. Thank you. And now these systems are going. We can also move this one more down and just have a normal inserter. It's faster. Can move that part. We could also have gone down here or something. No, we cannot. Anyway, this one doesn't need anything else. Nope, we just have a lot of iron and copper left that I need to get rid of somehow. So let's try to dump that all over the place. That was pretty fast with a lot of iron. A lot of copper, I mean. The iron in here. I don't know where to put the other stuff. I will put it somewhere else. I don't mind. It's good amount in my inventory. We might be able to put the iron in here and just have a little bit of copper problem. Batteries are going in, so we do have batteries now in the belt. I hope it's not screwing up the system downstairs. That would be bad. It's being on the right side of the belt, so there's it isn't on the left side, but it's on the right side. So if we want to use this and combine it with this one, we can have that. So that's nice. But we want to create a little bit more. We want to create a little bit more of these stuff. So battery we have. So we need purple processing unit. So let's say we want to make one every 14 seconds. So we need 14 of them, and then one every second, and 3. Nope, that's not gonna work. So we want let's say 1 of every second, which is gonna be quite a lot to do. Wow, we need too much of stuff. So we want to create one of these, and it needs 2 greens every second. Oh, then it can supply. We just make a normal green setup, and then supplying normal greens, but this one also need greens, so I don't know. We just make it so it's always extendable, like I did the other parts. So you're gonna make wires wherever they are. Wires. You're gonna make green circuits and putting them out on the belt. And also getting iron in. It's better to do that the other way around, by the way, because then we have an output belt here and an input belt here. Then we have copper being outputted right there, and then all we need to do is just see if we can extend that red one. We can extend it till there. That's not good enough, so we should use a yellow one then. Like so, and then now we have copper plates in the inventory which we didn't want. Got rid of a lot of copper plates. We need power poles right here, one in the middle, one there, one there. Fine, we need copper plate power poles right here. Let's see if we can hook that up to the normal system somehow. I don't think so, so we do it like that. And then it will create a little bit of green ones if we would hooked up the system right here. So what we're gonna do then is try to hook up the system here. So this one could go away with 2 deep, and then this, and this one should be 1 higher like that, and then we to the right, and then create green ones again. So we have a green production, and then we can also make a red production. Then need plastic and copper. Don't know how to do that nicely. Well, I really don't know how to do that nicely. I think what we're gonna do then is just have one thing that creating cable. Oh yeah, there's red circuits, huh? We have a nice setup somewhere. Where's my nice setup? I don't like that setup. I think I like this setup better. Yep. So let's keep that handy. So what I did here is just have that green. Let's see, this is the thing line. We need another line. So we have one line of that, one line of this, and then you. No wait, you is in you. Right? Yes. So it's reversed, so left is right, right is left. So it's flipped. This is the belt. Normally, this is the one we just placed. That has a copper input on left and right is flipped. Right? No, it's flipped and rotated. Can we rotate it? You know, let's remove this. This is placed by blueprint, and you can just right click to remove it if you have wondered. Now the only problem is flipping it. Alright, that's easier. So we have one on this side, just putting that stuff in. That has a balance. Oh, there. That has this, a balancer, and then going up, right, and that's that belt. This belt is going to be with green circuits, I guess. Put this one in. Put in a power pole, another power pole there, and then you're gonna grade red ones. No, you're gonna grade red ones. You're gonna grade wires. We have some copper left. Alright, so now we put it in with one long hand inserter and one short. Like so. And that should create things, but we also need plastic. Now plastic was combined with the green circuits. So if you put in just plastic on that side of the belt somehow, that would be nice, and then we would end this episode, because I kind of need to do some other things. Don't worry, I will be back. The episode will resume. This is a decent length of episode, I guess. Although a little bit shorter than normal, I guess, because I didn't do the edit yet, so I don't know. Well, it's not on the right side of the belt. We need to go on, put it on the belt, and then I don't know. If you did it like that, that would work. Yes. Alright. So we've now red production. Like that. And then put in more power poles. We copy you over. And we put those in on the belts. Power poles. And a belt. Put that temporary in a chest. Take it out later. Just have some red production. put some more green ones in there, plastic in there. Plastic is of course not keeping up. I think petroleum is keeping up, so let's make a one more petroleum thing and then we would really end the episode. You can remove that. So we needed one of those stupid coal always. One of these systems. Maybe two, but I guess one would be okay. Or do we have that here? I guess I made a lot last time, but I don't know where I left them. I don't see them. Oh, there they are. So let's try to make two more, but start with one. So one would be a problem because heavy oil. Heavy oil is quite in the way. Can even make more there or more there. And we don't want a heavy oil to connect. Cannot put the thing right there. I cannot put this one up. I cannot do that. Then, oh, we might be able to do it. Just put it like. No, that's not even possible. Oh. Problems, you know. So if we move this over a little bit to the right, because we could definitely I think just make it so this one is more to the right. Whaley mace like that. What we can then do is just have it here, which is more to the right, and would be better, I guess. And then make make plastic. Then putting it in and then out. All this water is in the way. You can put it out here and then put it in. No, that's not working. That's working. That would work. So then it only needs power and stuff. So that one is working again, and we can do that to get the other one working too. We don't need that weird zigzag thingy right here. Thingamajig. Let's remove that. Putting coal in the system. Putting plastic out. And then we have two working. I want to see if we can get a third or fourth working, which is going to be a bit more hardcore. So you and you. But I don't think there's a big problem because we can do this on that and to this, and then we have a third plastic working. It's getting 3 done. And then what we could do is just to make sure that it's compressed. We can compress it a little bit, so it get rid of the plastic a little bit faster, and then here's the belt. Good enough. So these don't have problems putting them out. So we're producing way more plastic now. We should also change this to blue ones, but we need red circuits for that. Didn't I stop that? No. Oh yeah, make a buffer. So it now has a nice buffer. Or wet circuit, so we can use red circuits to do that stuff. Now we get these. I want more in there. I cannot do that. That should be going up a little bit or something, but well, it's fine. We might want to also do this. And let's see how that looks. Alright, that belt is getting better. But for now, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you another time. We have a way more plastic production than we used to have. That's what we used to have. This is what we're having. So thank you guys for watching right now, and I hope to see you another time. Have a nice day, and goodbye.